each patrol that we went on, I ran probably about 25 patrols, and each patrol was like a brand new little war. It had a beginning and an end. And all that I would focus on, all my thoughts were on surviving, that's all. I didn't care. No more glory, no more pride, no more honor for a country, none of that stuff. All I wanted to do was go home. So I blocked out everything. I didn't think about my family, I didn't think about anything other than I'm gonna get home. And when I get home, I'm never gonna do this again. You turn into almost like a machine. And you hate it, it feels horrible. But I was always, because I guess we were young and stupid, I was always sure I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna get through it. I know I can do it. It's not gonna be easy, but I never really thought I was going to die, even though we were in a lot of hairy situations. Then when I did get shot up, it was difficult. But
you know, my father became very scared, so he started to try to see that, you know, that my family to leave, you know, one by one. But unfortunately, by the time he was leaving, you know, when I fell in America.
When I first went back to university, one of the first classes that I went to, the discussion got around to Vietnam. And I said I was a soldier there. And I couldn't answer the questions from the other students. I couldn't defend what I had done in Vietnam, what I had participated in. So I learned very quickly, shut up. I can't explain to them how I feel or why I did it. The best thing is, don't talk about it. So I never told anybody after that I was a Vietnam veteran, because I knew I can't explain it to them. I can't answer their question. And so I quickly learned to keep it inside. It was wrong to do, but it's the only way I could survive was to not tell anybody I was a Vietnam veteran. I worked at some places for years. People never knew. I never told them. They were very surprised. There was a story in my local newspaper after I came back the first time. And they said, wow, we didn't know you were a veteran.
I was very cautious, you know, through experience I learned not to tell people that I came from Vietnam. Because you never know, you may bump into some crazy people, and then they start to accuse you of you killing their brother in Vietnam, and they start, you know, to threaten you. So for a long time, I didn't tell people where I came from. So when people ask me where I came from, I said I came from Hong Kong. Because I went to Hong Kong first, and I came to the United States. So I came from Hong Kong. Try not to bring the topic of Vietnam up. For I guess for almost 10 years, I didn't say that. It was not the feeling. You know, I understood how a Jew might feel in Germany. That you have to hide your identity, and it was not the feeling.
The summer of 1987, I read a little blurb in the newspaper. It said that Vietnam is opening the door. They're going to issue visas to Westerners. So I found a way to get back. When I came back the first time, I thought I would just come one time. I just didn't imagine then that it would turn into another trip or another trip. I thought I would go back one time and then go home and go back to my regular life. But I came back in January of '88, and it was an incredible experience. When we were flying into Da Nang, it reminded me of the times when we would fly on a mission in helicopters. And we landed and we went to a hotel, which was at China Beach, where I had been actually 30 years earlier. There was buildings there that I recognized. It was like, wow, very strange feeling. And that night, we walked into Nong Village, which is maybe a kilometer off of the beach. And people invited us into their house. And they sat down and they put drinks on the table, cigarettes on the table. And we sat there and talked. And I couldn't believe it. Like thinking, wow, 30 years ago, what would have happened if this had been like that? And so I just felt so relieved, so relaxed again. That everything was okay. People didn't hate me. They didn't want me to pay for what I had done. They didn't want to punish me. There wasn't any resentment. People thought, nice to see you.